Good. You are on camera.
Okay, so the whole time we've been sitting here, I've been saying to Dax, that's good, no, that's bad, no, that's good, no, that's bad, as he tries to adjust the camera. And some of you might have remembered that last year at this time, I gave a little talk related to that. Well, a year later, I get to really prove my faith in what, well, God's taken a real opportunity to test my faith with that regards. Most of y'all know I'm pretty sick. Nobody knows when I'm going to check out, but you know, when the doctors brought me out of surgery, they originally said 3 to 5 weeks, and last time they looked at my pictures, they said I think 5 to 7 weeks, or 5 to 7 months, or 3 to. I'm not sure what they said. If you ask Allison, I don't remember anything, but I remember it was a significantly upgraded prognosis because of the smiles I saw on my wife's face and my friend's face. There's always something really good in everything that you're subjected to. What Allison and I have found from this is hundreds and hundreds of wonderful friends and caring people that love us. And I remember somebody once told me, I don't think anybody will ever love you like you want to be loved. And I think they were wrong. You guys have done a great job loving me. And I mean, if I was going to start a that's good or that's bad conversation, I'd say, you know, I'm pretty sick, I'm supposed to die, and somebody will say that's bad. But I would say, in the course of that, I get to see more of Jesus than I've ever seen in my whole life, and that's good. He's showing up every time one of you guys comes by to visit me, or one time when you guys volunteer to take me to one of my appointments. You know, I see Jesus, and that's really what we want to see. I know I'm going to see him pretty soon, at least if the doctors are correct, but that's the good part. For to live is Christ and to die is gain. I get to live and do some more things with and for Christ. How that's going to be different than it will be in heaven, I don't know. But if I stay alive, depending upon how long I stay alive, I get to keep seeing shots of him as you guys come to care for me and just visit with me. So think of the apostles asking Jesus, when did we see you? When did we see you? And he said, whenever I, with regards to the beggars that came to this particular person's door, you know, he commended them for caring for him. And they said, when do we care for you? And he said, anytime you've done this or this or this or this, you've cared for me. So all you guys that have been doing things for me and my family have been Christ to us. And that's an awful lot of fun. So I hope it's as much fun for you as it is for me. I try to make it that way. So that's good. And I can't think of anything that's bad. There was a movie out a year or two ago that I alluded to in my last talk, where no matter what happened, this pastor had come from Africa to see how the American churches do their thing, and bad things kept happening one after one that was interfering with their program. And the pastor that was taking him around trying to coordinate his ministry, you know, kept showing he was displeased by what had happened. But the pastor from Africa looked at him and said, God is always good all the time. So it's hard to say that. It's not hard for me to say that about myself. I haven't suffered much. I don't think I have. This has been harder on my family than it has been on me. and I need somebody to take over my job to love them well. And I know this is the church for that, so it's all good. And the end of the story is, that's good. None of what I've gone through has been bad. And I would have thought I had that much left to learn. I've been a Christian for 50 years, and maybe a little prideful, and maybe that's why it was so significant to God to show me how much more I needed to learn. And John and Chris, thank you for all that you've done for my family and for me. John and Chris are on my discipleship group, and I use the Rick Strawbridge method of discipling. They came over and I said, okay, we have a job to do. And I had them help me clean my garage out. And I just pretended it was for Allison because I physically couldn't do it anymore, and she really wanted it done. And I can't believe you guys fell for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate, and Allison, we appreciate everything everybody in this church has done. And if nothing else, getting to see that makes sure that's good ending. So, and this is Dax's idea to videotape this because, I might fall down the stairs trying to get up and get down, and that would be awful embarrassing. I'll tell you a quick story. I worry about what people think when they see me stumbling along. And I was at community group at the Manabusans a couple of weeks ago, and I took a step and tripped over something at the end of the pad in front of their house. And I fell out into the grass, landed right in my face. I'm face down in the grass, and I hear Allison and David behind me going blah, 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 yada, yada. And I could even tell what they were talking about, but don't ask me because I can't remember anything anymore. So I'm laying there face down on the grass, and I'm wondering, nobody said, look, is that Dan? And as careful as Allison is to make sure I don't fall down, I got a real kick out of the fact that they didn't notice that I was laying face down in the lawn. So, hopefully that's a good laugh for everybody. I'm not incriminating Allison or Dava. I went down pretty softly. I tucked and rolled. So that's my old athletic skill coming out. Thank you, all of you, who've been so kind and has shown me so much of Christ in the last few months. You're taking awful good care of me, and if you didn't take as good a care of me, I'd be out of here sooner, probably. So I'd love to go through